All right, we're at 80% stated charge, pulling 80 kilowatts, which is actually pretty flat. Not too bad. Doing pretty good here. Actually, that's a lot more than my Tesla pulls at 80%. So the curve seems pretty good here. Let's go to the charging menu. Charging. Says completion time 35 minutes. 80 kilowatts of charging power. Yeah, pretty good. Let me take some thumbnails because I'm going to need that. Oops. 83% battery. 84. %. I need to set the tire pressures to 41 psi cold. They're at 41 psi right now, but I've been driving for about 85 miles, so I'm gonna probably go up to 43 or 44 psi just to account for the pressure rise as the tires warm up. We'll probably go 43. That's pretty safe. And then the outside weather conditions, we have about an 8-mile-an-hour wind from the south-southwest. So there'll be a little bit of a cross headwind going out and a cross tailwind going back. It's not going to be ideal. The car does only have 400 miles on it, so tires aren't fully broken in, which might be a little bit of a caveat, but I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. They're pretty much broken in. It takes about 400 to 500 miles, so take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. But it probably won't make that much of a difference in the grand scheme, so we should be fine. And other things to note, we're going to run the climate control. Other things to note, we're going to run climate control on 68 degrees on automatic fan speed. We're not going to run cooled seats. And we are also not going to run heated seats, heated steering wheel, nothing like that. Just 68 degrees on auto climate. although it is blowing pretty hard right now. I wonder if there's an option like in other Chevys to do displays, security. Not sure if this one has an eco climate setting like the Equinox does. I don't see one. I don't see a settings tab in the climate menu. Display maybe? Mode. Let's do dark. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Here. No. System maybe? No, that's not it. I don't know if there is a... I don't know if... Wi-Fi? Nope, that's connections, vehicle. Climate and air quality. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Auto fan speed low. Do that. Heated seats on startup. Eco climate on. Yeah. So we have eco climate on. Auto fan speed on the lowest setting, although it still blows pretty hard. And we're gonna have 68 degrees on automatic. We're almost at 90% state of charge. That didn't take very long. Still pulling, we're at 89, 56 kilowatts at 89%. Which is actually very flat. That is actually more power than the old Bolt would ever pull. So we're pulling 55 kilowatts, and that was peak power for the old Bolt, and we're doing it at 90%. So this thing charges actually pretty well for EVs in general, not just for the price point. So overall, I'm impressed. Anyway, I gotta set the tire pressures before I forget. So I'm gonna grab my, where did it go? I'm not sure where I put it. I don't. There's the thing, 44 PSI cold. It's a 215 50R17. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of room back here. Huh, that's actually surprisingly good back seat space. Oh, the tire's done. All right, still charging at 46 kilowatts at 92%. There's no way it's gonna take 20 minutes to top charge. That does not seem like an LFP charging curve to me. Yeah, 45 kW. Don't want this to get too hot. I need to go to the restroom before it completes. we go. Is that tire done? All right. Sorry, live stream viewers. I'm working on some stuff. Oh, there's a NEX adapter and some charging things in here. 94%. This thing top charges actually pretty well. We're still pulling 41 kilowatts. We're still pulling 40 kilowatts at 94%. Very, very flat curve, it seems like. That's the benefit of LFP, and the cycle life is better on LFP too. Hopefully Franklin's not going to take too long. Also need to make sure I reset the trip. That's important too. And we're also going to run in normal mode. And yeah, we're not going to use anything fancy. 95%. Yeah. Okay. Let me close that door. I'm gonna run. All right, BRB. 7%. Here's the water for you. All right, where is 98? Getting close. Sometimes it'll shut off early too, because LFP. All right. I like how it says phone in charger. That's kind of neat to let you know that you left your phone. Let me explain the route. All right, we're at 98%, still pulling 23 kilowatts. We're gonna head out from Athens on the US 175 here. We're gonna go all the way down to right around this exit. This is the one that I always like to use to turn around right here. Then we're gonna come back towards this direction. We're gonna use this section of highway to loop until we get to a point where we're gonna arrive with probably 2 to 3% state of charge, and then we're gonna pull into the supercharger here and plug it in and see how far it goes, and then we'll extrapolate out the rest of the percentage we didn't actually use. So at the end, we'll do some basic math. What do you think the range will be? I'm guessing 235.
I said 220.
220? Okay. 99%. It's just about to kick off. Let me get the GoPro real quick. This top charge is faster than I can do on crap. This, I feel like you're not actually waiting. This is an EV that you can treat as a gas car if you want, and not like kill yourself, basically. Let's go down a bit more. I think that should be fairly in view. Oh, we're at 100. All right, we're at 100%, still pulling 19 kilowatts. What does it say until the charging is complete? 5 minutes. So we're getting pretty close. Still pulling a lot of power for being at 100%. I think when it dips below about 7, then I think it shuts off or gets close. Yeah, I think we'll actually be done charging before my mom gets home in my car. So she didn't need to charge, but yeah, 18 should be close. It says we added, oh, well, it will when we charging stops. 68 automatic. Turn that off. But you can't press that.
I thought this way to set automatic.
This is auto. Check. The hotspot on this car didn't work. Like it wouldn't connect to it. Okay, she's 2.9 miles away and she's got 10%. So she's going fine. Oh, I think we're about to shut off. Oh, that's cinematic video. All right, the power's tapering down. Tire pressures are set. Check the wind real quick for me. 3 kilowatt. 4. Oh, it's going back up. I should mention that the temperature is fairly warm, 90 degrees. So we are going to run with the panroof shade closed, the sunroof shade, to limit some of the solar load, but it is 90 degrees. So wind 10 mile an hour from the south, gusts of 15. So should be a crosswind, both, or kind of like a tail crosswind-ish situation, depending on which direction you're going. It always changes a lot. So Yeah, we'll have to see. Still pulling 5. I thought it was about to shut off because it dipped down to like 3. It says 0 minutes completion time. So it's just kind of calibrating the top right now, top of the battery. Let's point this away just so it's not blowing in the camera so much. It is on auto, and I have turned the auto fan like to the lowest setting, but Chevy always does overkill on the auto fan speed. That's how the Equinox was.
I think we're good.
Oh, let's reset the trip before I forget. Let's go to here. Vehicle status, trip. Reset trip 2. This will be our range test thing. We'll see what our efficiency is. We'll probably do 20% check-ins like we did on the other one. Yeah, reset the trip. I'll reset it before we leave again just in case, but I don't think. Tire pressures are set. Yeah. Battery capacity is 100%. The car only has 400 miles on it though, so I'd better hope it's at 100. Yep. Okay.
I assume we're good then.
What?
Isn't it pulling 6 kilowatt and not charging anymore?
No, it's charging.
Sure.
It's top balancing. Oh wait.
I think it's.
But it
not
didn't click.
pulling. Well, yeah, but when you went in the charging menu, it said it's not charging anymore. Well, it didn't bring up notifications.
It didn't say.
But when you tapped here, it was in this screen, so it's charged now. So I think it's done charging.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean
It didn't click off though and say.
it's burning.
Like it's
6
done. Let me
kilowatt
click.
hours.
You mean kilowatt? Let me click
Yeah,
into
6
here. Charging in progress. Oh, it says stopped at. Charging stopped. Hold on. I'm gonna plug it back in again and try it. It didn't click off. Alright, it says charge cord connected. They didn't like say that it was done charging, that's why I was confused. Like it didn't pop up and say charge complete. Let's turn this off for now. It's not taking power. Okay, I guess it's full then. So that was weird. It didn't actually say charging had stopped, but Franklin realized that it's actually pulling 5 kilowatt. So AC's on. Let's unplug. It didn't actually say it stopped, which was weird. So I guess it must be full. Tire pressures are set to the correct PSI. Turn that on. Alright, video please. Whoa! Dude, get any closer. Are you videoing? Video how close he got. He could have parked on it. Sorry. I know I'm double parked, but like he could have parked at any other stall. Anyway. He was like 2 inches from the car. Anyway. We're rolling out. Trip is reset. 60 degrees automatic. Yeah, we got a truck behind us. We're gonna hop on the highway. Set cruise to 70. And we'll do 20% check-in, so 80, 60, 40, 10. Oh, it's busy right now. Fairly busy. It looked like he was about to back into us.
For sure did.
Yeah. I know I was technically over the line, but the charge cord wouldn't reach if I'm not double parked in this thing. Chevy, fix that. Like, why do you have the charge port over? I mean, it's convenient for home charging, I'll give them that, but at superchargers with short cables, it's kind of annoying. We do have the GPS speedometer going. It's a little laggy, but that'll keep track of our trip distance. All right, watch out for this Focus. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Temperature set, no ventilated seats. Trip is reset. Kind of made a little bit of a mistake. Like, it didn't say, like, you didn't see it say stopped or anything. It just shut off. That was weird. Normally it would pop up and say charging complete. I don't know, that was interesting. Yeah, we're gonna hop on the thing in about a little bit of a mile. Where did I put my, oh, it's in the door. Almost there. Someone's getting pulled over. Let's actually go around the loop the other, actually, nah. We're not gonna do that. This guy's getting pulled over. And this guy's pulling out in front of me in the BMW. It pulled 36 kilowatts of regen there, which is actually surprising considering how full the battery is. Alright. Gently merge up to speed. Like I mentioned before, we're in normal mode, so nothing crazy, like no sport mode or anything. I'm gonna go cruise control. I'm gonna set it to manual cruise. That way it doesn't slow down for cars. Oh, no. How do I switch it? Do I hold this button down? I have to hold it down longer. There it goes. Regular cruise selected. And we'll set cruise to 70 miles an hour. What does it say on that?
60.
Well, it's not going 70 yet. 69.6, 70. Well, we're going downhill a little. So let's just, where it's pretty accurate. So 70 is 70, so that's good. All right, we'll meet you guys at the first update at 20% battery, or sorry, not 20, 80% when we use 20%. And we'll see what our efficiency is. It's 94 degrees, pretty hot. All right, let's get around this guy. All right, see you guys at the next update. Why did someone comment, I can't stop pooping?
This guy's pretty funny.
Jesus. Why did that guy park at the other stall? It's GM's fault for the charge port location. I don't think there's a way you could have parked, like, I could have parked differently. I could have angled more, but I still would have been over the line. Not worried about it. What were we averaging the Equinox? 2.9 miles kilowatt hour? I feel like it's less windy today, but it's hotter. It's pretty similar. It's a little warmer. It's like 2 degrees warmer. Fast charge I've seen on an EV. It was so fast that it didn't even tell me it was done. It was like, I'm done, I'm ready. And I'm like, okay. working, it says. Yeah, the live stream's only been going for 32 minutes, and I started it probably like, I don't know, 4 minutes after I plugged in. Yeah, so it definitely did not take 50 minutes to top charge like it said it would when I plugged in. I also kind of wanted to do a test of the difference in your speed, like the efficiency difference. Like not a full range test, but like 50 miles maybe. So how long do you think it was like stopped charging and while we were realizing it was in charge?
Well, 3 minutes it said it. Stop charging at 12:04.
Oh.
12%.
That won't make that much of a difference. It shouldn't. It is on auto, yes. I'm trying to figure out like where. Do 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 do. 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. It's not great. What happened there?
What?
Fire, maybe? See how it's all black? Maybe. Yeah. It's interesting. So in order to get 230 miles, it has to average 3.5 miles a kilowatt hour, assuming it's a 65 kilowatt hour battery. Which it's actually a little more than that, but guy at the supercharger that parked right next to us is like, I'm gonna piss this guy off. He takes up 2 spots. I'm gonna park. There's at least like 2 other spaces. Maybe he thought it was a version 2 supercharger, but it's not. Because on a version 2, you want to like space out every other car, but 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. That seems bad. fast. Just 19 miles down to 91%. Definitely less range than the Equinox, but that's to be expected. Like range as much, as long as it's enough for your daily driving and to get you from charger to charger. Like you can like get charged from 60 to 100 in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 20, maybe 30. Like it's pretty fast. I don't know, I guess over promise or under promise and over deliver. That's the German way though. This is not a German car. It's an American car. Although I think it uses Chinese batteries, I don't know. I think they're CATL. I think they're prismatic cells, not cylindrical, because most LFP are like square, not like AA looking things. Versus the Equinox, maybe the Equinox was prismatic cells too. I'm not sure, but that wasn't the same cells that are in here. Those are different chemistry. How much range do you think would be acceptable for the price, Franklin? Let's say the price, let's play it safe and say you can get one for 25 grand. I think 210 to 220 I think is acceptable at that price. I mean, it's only, I say only, it's only rated at 262. This one, and go to that one. Nope, wrong one. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. So I'm assuming, oh, that's climate and fast charge prep. Still 2.9 miles kilowatt hour is not great. It's actually worse than I would have expected, but weird just because it was, what am I trying to say? It seems weird because, you know, we were getting more than this on the way out here, and we were going into a headwind with going faster. Yeah. So maybe the fact that it was on the charger, like consuming power for like 2 to 3 minutes without actually charging, like threw off that because it was technically on. I don't know. Shouldn't really affect the range. It's just going to affect the calculation in the beginning. %to go 24 miles. At least the seat has lumbar support. This one does. Wish it would go up and down though. It's a little low. The wind's coming from this direction. So we'll see how much battery, because in the Equinox we used basically exactly 80, no, used exactly 20% to get to Seagoville. I think this car will probably use 25. Well, Better Route Planner said you'd get to Seagoville with 76%. And so if you extrapolate that out, that is a full charge range. I feel like this cord's going to percentage away. Why is it buffering? I haven't connected it to, well, I haven't connected to my phone, not the car, because for some reason the car one wouldn't work. Like it would connect, but it didn't have signal. The NAC port's nice having that. It's just in the wrong spot. See, this says 3. But I think you see all these, like you see right there, like that's going up and down hills and stuff. If you can get it, like if the average at the end is 0.5, I think that'll be. Yeah, true.
Towards Dallas.
So it says we still have 234 to do 29. R1S with ugly yellow door handles. I don't know why they would do that. What the Slate truck's real world range will be, considering its battery is smaller than this and it's less aerodynamic. Not expecting much out of it. This car should be more efficient than the Equinox. There's no way the tires are narrower, it's lighter, it's more aerodynamic. At least I think it is. I don't know. The width alone should mean it's more aerodynamic. Like, in terms of frontal area. It says it's regenerated 0.9 mile. I don't know, like, from what?
Regen.
I guess going down a hill, maybe? I don't know. It's a little interesting. Boop, 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 boop. I mean, it is hot out today, and the car is black, so that doesn't help with the heat. The AC's doing a good job, we'll give it that. Seats are not comfortable. They're fine, but they're not great. They also, like, there's a big gap between the door and the chair. like, they could have made the seat like a good 1.5 to 2 inches wider. And the Bolt has always had really narrow seats. Like when it first came out, people were complaining about that. I've never driven a Bolt other than this one, so I don't know if these are better. I mean, I've heard they're better, but I don't know if in like my own judgment I would say they're better or not. Merge over. Pull out in front of me. Like on flat ground, it's pulling like, well, this is a little uphill right here. It's like averaging 20 kilowatts to hold 70.
Yeah.
So 70, let's just say 68 kilowatt hours divided by 20, that's 3.4 times 70 miles an hour is
about 25. 250.
Yeah.
There goes our efficiency.
Horn's kind of weak sauce on this thing. All the small Chevys have weak horns.
Maverick would blow your own ears out.
Yeah, the horn was like in the car with you. Oh no, they broke their axle. or they lost both tires. On their trailer. What time is it? 12:42. Doing good on time. I feel like an Equinox we didn't leave until like 1 something.
Yeah.
Because it took like twice as long to charge. It just seems weird that they're only going to build this for like another 12 months and then they're going to stop. I don't know why. It's a good car. Why would they stop making it? Probably because it's like I think they're doing it for like emissions reasons, probably. But I don't know. It just so happened that we managed to arrive at the charger with exactly 400 miles on the car. Just so now we're going north, right? North-ish. It's a good way to measure that. That guy's hauling.
That guy gotta be going.
That's probably 90 mile an hour, 95 right there. He's got to go to the bathroom. He's the guy in the comments section. I can't stop. So stupid. If we can go 44 miles on this first 20%, should be looking good. I feel like that actually reduced the power. So this is 3.1. Get ready to do this one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was your watch. I was like, what's that noise? It sounded like a bee. It's still at 81. Still 81. It says averaging 3.1 on here, but it only says 3 on there. Oh, now it's down to 3. Never mind, I spoke too soon. But we went up a hill there, so dropped the efficiency back in the right lane. Are your vents closed over there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was like. It's blowing kind of hard. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're at 80% state of charge. We went 42 miles on the nose, 3 miles per kilowatt hour, although over here it says 3.1. So that seems like 210 miles so far, but obviously the efficiency hasn't stabilized quite yet, so it's still a little early to say like how many miles we'll do, but 3 miles a kilowatt hour is not as good as I was expecting. I was expecting like 3.3. Maybe it hasn't stabilized yet. Handle the corner. The handle's fine, it's just we're going a little quickly. There we go. Still at 80%. So, based on what we've seen, my estimate seems high and your estimate seems decent. What did you say, 220?
Yeah, 220.
220. Let me see this. 43, well, we hit it at 42 miles, but we went a little further. Oh, there's some crap in the road. Yeah, 3 miles a kilowatt hour, although actually let's just say 3.1, because it seems like this one I think is a little low because of that. We were plugged into we were pulling power when we thought we were charging, so it probably offset that number a little. But yeah, 3.1 miles kilowatt hour. We could draft this truck if we really wanted to be efficient, but that's not how the range test works. So yeah, we'll keep going. We'll probably turn around past Crandall, probably at 75% state charge, just down to 79. Catch you guys when we turn around. Whee! Okay. 44.6 miles. Very clicky, but sorry. Where did we like to turn around? It was up here past Crandall.
Yeah.
It was like 50 miles in or something. That's when we would turn around. Look at the wind again, just to check it.
12 miles an hour south, coming from the south.
Yeah. So this says we have 207 miles of range on the cars. It says over here.
Yeah.
That seems preposterous considering we've used. What is that? It's just interesting. I mean, the Equinox is less efficient still, even though like this is lower than I was expecting. But that was 2.9 miles per hour, and this is 3.1. Maybe it didn't, like with the stop charging thing, it did a weird LFP thing and went, because like the voltage like right at the end like spikes really fast and it went, oh, I'm done, and it didn't like give it a chance to give the warning, but I don't know, or give the notification.
Maybe.
That was just really weird how it didn't give me a thing, like it didn't give me any information that it was done charging. Yes, downhill, increase efficiency. get over 200 miles because just crossed 50, right? 77. And the Equinox stated charge gauge was really like accurate, so I feel like this one's going to be accurate. This might do one of those, like, it drains slower at the bottom than the top things. I feel like that might be what's happening. Because the Equinox was like that, wasn't it? Like, the top, like, it drained slower at the bottom than the top, it felt like. Just barely, though, like, not a ton.
Yeah.
Teslas are that way, like, a lot. Like, 10% to 0 takes way longer than 100 down to 90, yeah. So it wasn't this one, it was the next one.
Yeah.
Because traffic's getting too dense to keep going this way. Alright, so we've almost used 62 miles to go 52 miles. Yep. Rolling in the Bolt. Let's flip this around just so they can get a different view. They can get a view of my ugly face. Oh yeah, the guy from the Equinox test is here. Yeah, so far the Bolt's great. Charge is actually a lot better than the Equinox, surprisingly. Like, the curve is way better. We were pulling 100 kilowatts at, what was it, 70% still? And it doesn't have the same super low voltage as the Equinox, so it actually charges a lot better. The range seems a lot worse, but that's just because the battery's small. And by a lot worse, I mean about 40 to 50 miles less, but for the price, it seems pretty okay. 75%, we've done 53 miles. I gotta get over there, don't I?
Okay.
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's wedge it in. Let's switch to video. Make sure it's sideways. Am I in the frame? 0.5. All right, we're about to hop off the highway. We're at 75% state of charge, so actually 8%, or sorry, not 8%, 5% lower than the Equinox was, or the Equinox EV was at the same point. So, I mean, that makes sense. We've done 54 miles, 3.1 miles a kilowatt hour according to the center display, but that says 3. So I'm just gonna take the benefit of the doubt and say we're getting 3.1 because that sounds better to me. Yeah, pulling off the highway. So far, the ride seems actually pretty comfortable. A little stiffer than the Equinox, but that's what I expected. Although I kind of like that. It's a little more sporty feeling. The seats are on the narrow side, and they're not the most comfortable. The Equinox had more comfortable seats. I will say the headrests are less annoying in the Bolt, though. They don't stick out as far. We're gonna flip around, get back on the highway, head back towards Athens. A little bit of power there. I did that in the Equinox, so I had to make it equal. Even though that's not really a comparison between the two vehicles. But the Bolt is a lot cheaper than the Equinox. Even though I'd say the Equinox is probably slightly better value if you count, if you figure in like MSRP versus MSRP, like comparison to each other. But they're both pretty good value. If you just need more range, go with the Equinox. Although honestly, as a road tripper, the Bolt charges a lot better, so I don't know. Anyway, let's get back up to speed. Face the front. Accelerating. This actually feels a lot, I'm not flooring it, of course, but this feels a lot peppier than the Equinox. And a lot sportier, like I just mentioned there. All right, back up, resume 70, oh, not 66, 70, please. Thank you. All right, back on the highway. I'm gonna cruise this way, meet you guys at 60% state of charge with an update. All right, you're good. Thanks. Time lapse. All right, am I in the LT or the RS? I'm in the RS trim, but I don't have Super Cruise. So this one right here, as it sits, is probably 32, 33 grand maybe. The RS starts at about that, but I don't know if there's any other packages that this one has. That oh, this one has the sunroof, so add $1,700 for that. I would skip the sunroof though. I'm not a fan of sunroofs. Just wasted weight and space and headroom. The headroom's actually not that great. Like my hat's almost touching the ceiling. So if you're tall, don't sunroof. I think you said the RS has adaptive cruise, but the LT does not. I think they all have adaptive cruise. Google that, Franklin, for me. I'm pretty sure they all have adaptive cruise. That would be weird. I don't think it would cost them more to change it, to take the sensor out, than it probably, because it still has the sensor for automatic emergency braking. So, and that's a radar sensor, so it's the same one as they would use for adaptive cruise. So it doesn't, I don't see why they would remove the sensor or remove the feature. Maybe. Does it say?
It's not standard.
Adaptive cruise is not standard?
It's not.
Interesting. It must be in the, well, would it be the comfort pack or the technology one? Because I think there's two. I don't remember. I mean, the adaptive cruise on this car works well. There's only like 3 following distances, though. That's not enough, in my opinion. Is the lane centering pretty good? This one doesn't actually have active lane centering. It has lane keep assist. If you want actual lane centering, you have to get Super Cruise. And Super Cruise is like, Super Cruise by itself doesn't cost $4,600, but the package that you have to get Super Cruise costs that much. And I don't know if that's entirely worth it. I think it's better to just stick with the basic setup, at least with adaptive cruise. I would want that. I don't think I'd go with one. I don't think I'd go for one without adaptive cruise. I have lane keep assist on. It's fine. There's nothing special about it. There's no like active lane centering without, if you don't get Super Cruise, which is the big thing for me. Although personally, I have a Model 3. I don't really use autopilot. I would use FSD, but I don't have version 14 yet. I'm about to get it with V14 Lite, but it hasn't come to my car yet. So as of right now, I just use adaptive cruise, and I only use autopilot if I need to like grab something off the floor or something while I'm driving. So, because autopilot phantom brakes a lot, and although to be fair, the adaptive cruise system does that too. But I wish they would offer Super Cruise as a standalone option without any of the other things on it. Just feel like that would make sense. You sure the LT doesn't have? I swear it does. I know you can get it on LT, but maybe there's some like safety package that you have to get. Like that's not Super Cruise, but gives you adaptive cruise. Not sure. I feel like adaptive cruise should be standard on everything. honestly feel like the Bolt is like, there's no real need for Super Cruise because you're not like, this is not a long distance cruiser sort of vehicle, so like it's not really going to benefit you that much, in my opinion. So I know on the Equinox, if you get Super Cruise, it also gives you automatic parking, but I don't know if it does on the Bolt. It might. I haven't looked at it. I'll have to look at it later. I suspect adaptive cruise requires an additional sensor. I mean, possibly. I mean, it very well could, but you think it would just be easier for you to integrate the automatic emergency braking and the adaptive cruise into one module. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. What did we turn around at percentage-wise? 75, but then at how many miles? 53? So we went 10 additional miles and we've only used 4%. It wants to, it's like 3.133. It's like flipping between 3 and 3.1. Now we're kind of going like more in the wind, like into it, not with it. I think if you care about like the driving, like feel, I guess not driving feel, I guess like sportiness / fun factor, I feel like this is a better choice compared to the Equinox, because the Equinox is just a little numb. Like this, if you actually had some good tires on it, would actually be a pretty good autocross car. I mean, I know a lot of people with the first gen Bolt, not the EUV, but the first gen Bolt EV, they take those autocrossing all the time. It's not as good as the Spark EV as in autocross, but it's a better car in every other way. Let's make sure this is fully bright. This must be batteries in here. Batteries under here. I wonder if it has like a, I don't know if they call it a penthouse or what, but like Tesla has it under the rear seat, like where the battery comes up a little. I don't know if that's, because usually in Teslas that's where they put the inverter or not the inverter, the onboard charger. Although maybe Teslas have an inverter charger and not a separate onboard charger. I don't know. Or a charger inverter. I don't know what you call it. Did it ever hit 70? I swear it just went 71 to 69. Maybe it didn't, I wasn't paying attention. Test. Oh, it let off there, even though it's on manual cruise and not adaptive cruise. That was weird. It shouldn't. It should just hold the speed. There must be some other set, like, but ESP didn't kick on though. It's weird. I think this is probably one of those cars where it benefit you to not drive fast. Efficiency speaking.
Lame.
Because, I mean, it's not like it's not aerodynamic, but it's also an egg. It's not, it's, let me rephrase that. A Tesla is an egg. This is more like a,
Like a blobfish.
sure. It's more angular. It's an angry egg. What did that get, though? Kaufman Civic Center? I've never noticed it. I have never noticed that. Have you driven newer Nissans with ProPilot? No, I have not. Just because I think none of the Nissan products really appeal to me right now. Like, there's not... I mean, the new Leaf is okay. The new Kicks I could recommend to someone like my grandma. But other than that, there's not really anything in Nissan's product lineup that is better than anything else in its class. Other than maybe the new Sentra. The new Sentra looks pretty good, but everything else, yeah, I'm good. I don't really care for Nissan that much. So right now we're going into the wind. I wonder if this has the same... Actually, probably not, now that I think about it, because it's LFP. Like the same low power drop off as the Equinox. I'm going to say no, because it's LFP. Because LFP doesn't discharge the same way. Like, according to the car, we could be at 80%, we could be at 20%. It doesn't really know, because the voltage is just like the same. We've been driving for an hour technically because it's 71 miles and we're doing 70. Yeah. What's the average speed? 60.
Looks like the odometer's about a half mile behind.
The tripometer?
The tripometer, it's 26.
Okay.
26 miles-ish.
We'll factor that in at the end. That could be an extra 4 miles of mystery range.
Mystery range.
Actually, like, I don't mind if the car... do mind if it over-reports miles, because that means your warranty runs faster.
Yeah.
So... like the Maverick, your warranty, even though it's only like 50,000 miles or whatever it is, may actually be 52,000 miles because it underreads by so much in that truck. I mean, I love the Maverick, but it's not perfect. But then again, I would still buy one, 100%. Oh, that was the road. I thought that was something in the road. That little patch there. 72 miles. Hopefully we can hit 88 miles by the time we get to 60%. I'm not holding my breath though. I want this to do well. Even though it's honestly not the best day to do it, but it's the day we have to do it. It's not excessively windy, but it's not still. Like 10 miles an hour is not ideal. And also, it's not it's temperature. It's 96 out. Someone said mystery range is wild.
That's what it is.
Well, honestly, in Chevy vehicles, there is no mystery range. Like, I've seen Equinox and Bolt EV shut off at 1. Like, 1% left, they'll shut off. These cars have, like, no buffer. So, what I mean by mystery range is, like, the car says you did less miles than you actually did, so you think you have worse range than you actually do, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of drafting this guy a little bit, but it offsets the wind slightly. So I wonder, it'd be cool if they offered a Bolt SS with a like an extra motor on the back, make it like 350 horsepower. That'd be cool. Then you'd have like an actual like hot hatch Bolt. Because I think it's safe to call the Bolt a hot, like a not a hot hatch, but a hatch. Like, I wouldn't call this an SUV. Like, I wouldn't even call it a crossover or anything. It's smaller than that. It's a hatchback. It's like a Ford Focus on stilts. Because honestly, the Chevy Trax is a lot bigger than this. The Trax is bigger. I think the Trailblazer is honestly closer. Because the Trailblazer, even though it costs more, is actually smaller than the Trax by a little. So actually, I think Trailblazer is probably the closest vehicle in terms of size to the Bolt. But the Bolt is not offered with all-wheel drive, so yeah, the Bolt. I actually don't know what the warranty is on this. I think it's, well, bumper to bumper, I think is 3 or 36,000 miles, which is not great. Chevy has kind of weak warranties, but the battery I think is 100,000 mile or 8 year. I don't know what the motor is, the drive unit itself. I mean, considering the battery's LFP, it shouldn't go bad from degradation, so should be fine in that aspect. But this guy in the Super Duty is probably like, why is this guy in this frumpy egg in the left lane going the same speed? Like, I can't go faster. Someone had fun right here.
Yeah, into the ditch.
Just locked them up and just sent them in the cheap seats out there in the hayfield. What's this? Oh, it's a sign. It's a one-way sign. I feel like that wasn't there. That seems new. Or I'm just ignorant. Is that one of those flocking cameras over there?
I hate those throwing it over.
It's government spyware.
I hate the government. Just go destroy that immediately.
A lot of people say that about GM, like that they're sending user data to companies, and I'm like, I mean, they might be, but I feel like almost everyone is at this point. Which doesn't mean that it's okay, but I don't know. Okay, I wish, I'm gonna slow down a little and get behind this guy. I'm tired of cruising in the left lane. Resume. this is recording on time lapse. It says 00:3. But when I always put the clip into my computer, it's not 13 seconds and it's not 13 minutes. So I don't know what that means. Is it like a minute 30? That seems dumb though. Why would you have it set up like that? It should be 01:30 for 1 minute 30. But it's definitely longer than 13 seconds. So I don't understand that. DJI, fix your camera. I mean, the camera works fine. It's just software confusion. 80 miles. In the Equinox, we did 40%. We did 100 miles, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I honestly wouldn't be worried because usually the big problem with short range electric cars screwed. But this one, since it's LFP, makes me more confident that it will hold up well. One thing I think... Is it fine? Are you guys okay? Did you fall down? Oh. Stupid suction cup. I think it's because it's on the windshield and the sun heats up the air and it expands and it relieves the suction. We're about to dip to 60%, so grab the phone. I'm gonna need to plug that in a second. But anywho, flip that around temporarily. Yeah, well, I don't want them to. Watch out for this knucklehead in his Ford Escape. I call him a knucklehead. 83 miles. We're about to go down, so it might get to my. It is not. It's not windy. But I'm not gonna say it's windy because it's not as bad as it could be. Yes, downhill, more range, please. I want it to be accurate to real world, but I also want it to do well. This is like the underdog car that I want to do good. Alright, we just dipped to 60% safe charge. We went 84.6 miles, or 84.7 now, averaging 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Now we're kind of going back into the wind. It did get up to about 3.1 briefly, and by briefly I mean for about 5 seconds, and then it dipped back down to 3. But, yeah, not the most efficient thing in the world. I was expecting closer to 3.4, but then again, it is on the windier side. I wouldn't say it's windy, but like 10 miles an hour is fairly, it's not insignificant, but it's not the end of the world. think if it was a little bit. Also, the tires not being fully broken in could play a factor, but we're working with what we got. And this guy's going too slow. Let me see this here. We got 60%. Ooh. 85 point. Whoa, stay over there, dude. 85.7 miles, 3 miles kilowatt hour. So, yeah, we've used 40% to go, let's just say 85 miles. So that actually doesn't seem too bad for the range. There we go. Anyway, we're gonna flip around shortly, probably at 50% or so up here in a little bit. And then we'll get back and we'll check in at 40% state of charge, and then probably flip around at around 30-ish. I don't know. It took us 25% to get to our turnaround point.
Yeah.
So we'll turn around at 30. So yeah, let's keep going. All right. Good talk. Oh. Time lapse. All right, let's flip this back. There we go. Do we have another USB-C? I know there's one in my bag. Can you grab that for me? Back there, it's in the front pocket, like the very front one, the one that's closed. Is it? Let's see.
Let me go.
No, I can switch. Okay, let's turn this around while I'm doing while I do that.
Or figure it out.
Okay, let's just do. No, it's not the length. It's just the problem that I can't plug it in while driving. No, let me use the blue one. Kind of just holding it right now. It's right there. There we go. Your cable's on its last leg.
No, it's been like that for a year.
For a year?
Yes, it's always been ripped. Jesus, I got it.
All right.
Horn.
58.
$17 USB-C cable. However much it was.
And it's like four inches long. It's just not even.
It's a cut for so many years.
So it's not gonna kill you. Well, freaking cold. I can't turn the AC down though. This is why I don't use auto. Let's freaking turn this into a freezer. Ice cube in here. And this is on eco climate on the low automatic thing. Like what? Like why is it so strong? I mean, this does have better range than my Tesla. I'll give it that, but I mean the batteries. I know the battery's a little bigger, but the efficiency seems similar. Which is sad considering my Tesla's on, the wheels stick out and the tires are much wider and it's all-wheel drive. And I forgot to do. right, I forgot to start the camera, but we are flipping around at the turnaround point. I'm going to hold 70 for a while. All right, there we go, back off. I was spacing out, wasn't paying attention, but we're at 57% state of charge. We went 92 miles. 3 miles kilowatt hour still. I'm going to flip around, head back toward Seagaville, otherwise known as the crap hole of the DFW area. Come on, Mr. Transit Man. Okay, there we go. Make sure this guy doesn't roll the stop sign and then dodge. Alright, 50. Saying earlier that the efficiency actually seems fairly similar to my Model 3, which is sad considering that my Model 3 has much wider tires, it's all-wheel drive, it's high miles, and the tires stick out and it's lifted. So the efficiency is not as good as I thought it would be. But maybe this car's more affected by wind than others. I don't know. I mean, the body for sure is less aerodynamic than a Model 3. Like, I know that for a fact. But the power, you would think the powertrain, at least compared to my old Model 3, like my 2019 that I still own, you would think the powertrain on this would be more efficient because it's only one motor and it's got a silicon carbide inverter. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just affected by wind more than most cars, even though it's not really that windy. It's only like 9 miles an hour, 9 to 10. So, we'll see what we end up with in terms of efficiency. But so far, I'm not impressed with the efficiency, but I am impressed with the car. So, I'll give it that. Anyway, let's cut back to time-lapse mode. So, do you think we'll hit... Actually, no, we'll hit 100 miles before 50. I wonder if GM just doesn't know how to build an efficient car.
Yeah.
Because honestly, nothing they build gets that great of gas mileage or good of efficiency on the electric side.
All they know how to do is make air conditioning.
Make air conditioning good. Yeah.
It's cold.
They're like, yeah, we can make you cold, but we can't give you good gas mileage.
That's what. The second we turn off the AC completely, this thing gets just mad efficiency.
I mean, it says if I go to here, only 8% has went to climate, and 92% has went to driving. We've used 31.9 kilowatt hours. I don't know why I couldn't say that for some reason. Should we do a 100-mile check-in?
Nah, probably.
Well, I feel like we did it on the other video.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Got 3 miles until the 100-mile check-in. I feel like the 100-mile check-in in the Equinox was what, 60? Is it 60-something %? I don't remember what percent exactly. Maybe it was 60 on the nose. I feel like that was about right. And it looks like here we're going to be at about 53%. I'll have to go back and watch the video. Even though I made it, I can't remember.
Hey, they have the stupid AI summary feature.
With 100 miles.
I will literally answer stuff like that now. So let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, that new one I put up was a dud.
Was it?
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, I know you commented on
minutes
it.
after it came out.
I mean, it's a new company, so I don't expect it. Well, we're almost to 100 miles, so just hold on. We'll figure that out in a second. What percentage is this thing at? 49. I think the wireless is working. Okay. A little warm. See, not. Start it preemptively. Wait, what? No. Ready? Where's on? Alright, we're about to hit 100 miles traveled. We're at 99.5. We've used almost 33 kilowatt hours, and we're at 53%. So that says, I mean, that signals to me like a nearly 70 kilowatt hour battery, which is pretty good for the size of the car. Like, it's not a big vehicle, so being able to pack 70 kilowatt hours into a car with an LFP pack in this size is pretty good. All right, there we go. 100 miles, 328 watt hours per mile if you do the math. So 32.8 was for 53% state of charge right there on the dash to do 100 miles. So it says we got 130 miles of range left, and we left with 262. So we've used 232 miles to go 100. Not sure how I feel about that. Not super impressed with the efficiency, like I mentioned before. Just seems, for the size, it doesn't seem that efficient. Like Model Y is a lot bigger than this, and it's than this. Like almost by a mile per kilowatt hour in some scenarios. I think this is being hampered a lot more by wind than I thought. Like, let's check the wind, but I don't think. Oh yeah, you don't have. It should still be only like 10 mile an hour, but then again, the gusts. Yeah, it says 9 mile an hour from the south, which is not nothing, but that's less wind than the Equinox. That's like 5 miles an hour less wind. But then again, it's got a 20 kilowatt hour bigger battery, so I don't know. We'll meet you guys at 40% state of charge. We're basically at the halfway percentage. We're at 52 at 101.8 mile. It says 7% of the energies went to climate. So maybe if you weren't using automatic and you were on manual climate, running it a little more gently, you might. But then again, it is hot out. It's 97. Some ideas like what I think your actual range would be in more mild conditions at the end. But so far, I'm impressed with the car. But like I mentioned, I'm not impressed with the efficiency. So yeah, back to what we're doing.
I can't hype any more videos. No, I didn't ask you to do that. Charlie lied.
need raw energy. You can't like rely on. Conditions, like maybe a little less wind. Conditions, like maybe a little less wind. I think the temperature honestly might be making more of a difference. Hotter than the Equinox one was, maybe by a couple degrees. But it's like it was only maybe 90 then, and it's 95 now. Its actual range, like better, relatively speaking, but then again, the percentage difference is probably the same. Let's just say if it does 210, because I think it'll do 210 easily. If it's 210 compared to 262, like what percentage difference is that? Is 210, is that like 80 something percent?
Yeah.
And then if you compare 256, which is what we did, I mean, it would have went further, but we didn't push it. Compared to 319, I actually think the percentage difference is worse on that one. And then again, for a car that's almost 10 grand less, you know, you get what you don't pay for, I guess. Because you're not paying for as much. Not in like a bad way though, just a different way. Should figure out when we get to Taco Casa Athens. Okay, so arrive there with 30%. Seems high. So I guess I'll just keep going in this direction, or not direction, this direction. I like this funky door plastic. It's cheap and cheerful, but like designed well-ish. It's as well as GM can design something. Just used a mile there. Gonna make Google Maps think we're an idiot. I will say the screen for the temperature knob is not the highest quality. You can see I'm just barely touching it and it's like Oh. I accidentally adjusted the fan speed or the temperature. It's back on 68. It was only on 69 for 2 seconds. I think it's fine.
Correct.
Lost 50 miles. degrees for the win. I mean, for the price, it's a fairly... Well, actually, now that I think about it, it might be the smallest... Well, I guess if you don't count the Slate, but... Like, in the US, it might be the smallest battery new EV you can get. No, I take that back. Fiat 500e exists. Smallest battery, long-range EV. And by long range, I mean anything over 200 miles. Unless if you count Cybercab, but Cybercab you can't drive by yourself. And honestly, I wouldn't even call the Slate truck a long-range EV. Like, yeah, it's rated at 205,
It's not getting that.
but it's not going to hit 200. There's no way.
160 at most.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 160, 170. Like, you almost have to buy a car with 50 more miles than you actually want. Which I guess makes sense because they're rating it in the EPA mixed loop, not the highway loop. So it's like the EPA's range test is like, what, 40 mile an hour average?
Too slow.
So, like, obviously it can do 262 miles or whatever it's rated for, but, like, you know, you're going to be going slower than anyone would drive in a reasonable environment. The only place I can think of where you drive that slow is, like, Alaska in the wintertime, but then it's cold, so your range is going to be cheeks. I mean, as far as I think range per dollar, I think the Equinox beats this out by a little, but barely. I think just barely. Because let me think, if you factor in MSRP, this starts at 28.5 with destination. The Equinox starts at 36 something with destination. So it's what? Is that $8,000 more? And you get 50, let's just call it 60 miles more range easily.
Yeah.
Easily 60 miles more. So if you do the price of the Bolt, so 28 divided by 8,
It's about
816.
3.5.
3.5, so then 3.5 times 60.
210. No, yeah.
Oh wait, that was a stupid, that was stupid math. So wait, hold on. Well, we're trying to figure out range per dollar. Is that what we're trying to do? It's just
Probably.
go into your
I was just
calculator,
crunching numbers in
divide
my head.
28,500 by 220.
28,500 divided by 220.
Yes. You get
129.
so $129 per mile. Now do 36,500 divided by 270. We'll just call it.
36,500 divided by 270.
Yeah. So this is better range per dollar.
Yeah.
Barely. They're basically equal. Just pick whichever one fits your needs better, I guess. Although if you think about the total value, the Equinox is probably better because it's bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger, more space, so... My point still stands in my YouTube title about the Equinox being the best value. This is the cheapest, but I don't know if it's the best value.
Visibility is better in this thing.
Yeah, I will give it that. The visibility. Okay, this isn't sketchy or anything.
It's not going
Look at the
fast.
This car is definitely more fun to drive.
Yeah.
So if you care about that at all, then get the Bolt. But if you really need the range, like if you have a long commute and you can charge at home, but like maybe it's not a fast home charger, because these can charge at the same speed on level 2. And this actually charges faster on a DC charge standpoint, but then again, the range is worse. So does it really? Maybe not. Well, it charges faster on a C rate standpoint. So like you're 10 to 80% times faster, but then you also have 20% less range. So maybe in terms of miles added, this charges better, but then again, it doesn't stress the charger as much because it's not such low voltage. So I think it's safe to say that the Bolt charges better.
So I cracked the screen protector again. Do you have an extra one?
I don't know, actually. For a 15?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be the same one as yours, right? As well.
I don't know. I think the screen's bigger on that one. Well, the bezels are slimmer, but I don't know. It should fit. Like, it shouldn't matter, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, how did you crack it?
I dropped it on a rock. I was walking down
Just on a rock?
Yes, it fell on a rock. The screen fit first. I'm like, okay.
That's what the screen protector's for, though.
Yeah.
All right, we've done 120 miles, 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So how many well, I shouldn't have to check that. It's 40. But 39. So we're actually getting better than 3 miles per kilowatt hour. It just doesn't say that. We're at like 3.1, which is what this is saying. 3.1 average. I don't know why that's 0.1 lower than this, because this is measuring the same distance. Chevy is confusing. At least they're using a sensical unit for efficiency and not watt hours per mile. Or kilowatt hours per 100 miles, like the Polestar. Which basically, like, you can convert, what am I saying? You can convert kilowatt hours per 100 miles to watt hours per mile by just moving the decimal.
Yeah.
Left-hand drive on a Bolt, right-hand drive on a Bolt. We're in the US, if that tells you anything. This is a front-facing camera on a phone, so it's backwards. It's a left-hand drive car. A hitch on that? What are you gonna pull with that?
Hitch has never been used
I like
before.
the space here. Like if you have like a bag, like a purse or something, you can put it in that. Or a big ass water bottle. Like one of those big, like red ones. Like the ones I bring to band practice. Should be done by 3. Which in the Equinox we were done at like 5:36. Yeah. I think it'll do 100 more miles. I hope.
It's 3 miles.
Well, I feel like it drains slower at the bottom. Oh shit, that scared me. I saw that truck on the side of the road and I'm like, how hot is it in Texas? 98 according to the Bolt. What is it actually though? Like 94? 93. So the Bolt's a little optimistic on the temperature. Or I guess pessimistic if you hate the heat.
Why is it hitting randomly on
What?
Okay, weather.
It's 103?
On the 10th.
Oh, on the 10th, yeah.
Spike.
Well, because it's Texas, they're just like, let's just...
Sure, but it's never spike like that.
Just one day.
Yes. Oh,
Hot.
jumps over 10 degrees.
We've put 208 miles on the car. For clarification, that's not on the range test, just total. almost at 42. Probably be able to hit 130 miles at 42%. What's that? Rock?
Yeah.
Or was it this water bottle?
I guess.
It says we got 100 miles of range left at 42%. Which, how much percent did we use to go 100 miles? More than 42.
Yeah, we're at 53, so 47.
But then again, this is bunk. that number's stupid. It's not stupid, it's just inaccurate. It doesn't mean it's not useful to some people. Although some people are going to see that and go, oh, I can make it 160 miles to the next charger. And you're like, no, you can't. No, you cannot. I feel like this is really pessimistic. We should turn around when that says 2. Well, because in the Equinox we got back with like extra.
Yeah. We turn back when it says you.
Shard buckets. Yeah, give it some regen. Recharge the battery. Resume. Go. I don't like these steering wheel controls as much as the Equinox. They're a little more fiddly. Maybe the road makes it hot. Yeah, could. It could like reflect off, but the car is painted black too, so that helps make it yeah. It actually doesn't help. It does the opposite, but I wonder how it's measuring that. Like most cars use like a temperature probe, like on the outside, but like where is the thing? Where is it? I don't believe it until I see it. Like, is it measuring the air, or is it measuring the like the temperature of body work, or? I know. Shut up! I clicked dismiss twice. Dismiss twice. All right, we're almost to 40%. So. What were you reaching for? I was confused by that.
I was about to get
Energy info. Boop. Actually, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I put it back on time lapse even though I just turned it off. Right, there we go. Alright, start videoing. Okay, we're at 41%, so we're gonna basically do the check-in and the turnaround at the same time. Because we're back at the turnaround point at basically 40%. It's right up here. 3.1 miles kilowatt hours still. I say still, even though it's been flipping between 3.1 and 3. It says 3 up there, which is weird. Still at 41% still. Can't speak. 128.6 miles. There we go, 40%. 128.7. 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. 41.6 kilowatt hours used. So we still have, let's just say 25 to play it safe, at 40. So we're about to exit here to turn around. I'm gonna try to hold some speed a little bit. Exit 40 miles an hour. Yeah, right. That's a suggestion. Regenning a little bit. This will boost our efficiency a little. Yeah. Make sure you're not breathing in the camera audio. Alright, here we go. Flip around. It says we have 94 miles of range left. That's bogus, in my opinion. But yeah. %, state of charge. So what does it say we'll get back to Taco Casa with? It says 11. Just flying around back here. You're trying to, like, the seats have like no support. They're very flat. Anyway, we're probably gonna have to do another small loop, like not a full gun barrel to basically Seagoville loop. We'll probably go to Kemp and then turn around again, just to get this down to like 2%. Because I feel like this always is very pessimistic. Like, you always get there with more than Google Maps says, which is fine. The sportiness. Oh, okay, this guy in the Ford Fusion is letting me in. There we go. All right. Back up to 70 miles an hour, 40%, 130 miles traveled. Check this again. Just for, oh, nope. We've used 7% on climate, 93 to driving, and this much energy, 42. It says we've regenerated 3.5 miles. All right, let's check in at 20% or whenever we turn around again, probably 20-ish, I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to that point. All right, you're good. That Fusion is cooked.
Yo.
Don't manufacturers get their highway mileage from testing at 55 miles an hour? Yes, but the car's not rated on the highway. It's rated in the mixed cycle. So the MPGE on the highway is, I think, rated at 55, but I don't know. Not quite sure. Like on the window sticker where it says like city, highway combined. But I think the range number is measured at on the combined loop. So not sure on that front. How many miles does it say we've gone?
133.3.
So it's 1.1 miles off. Holding up the whole of Dallas back here.
He's not even hauling anything.
I mean, his wife, probably.
Himself.
I'm having to go a little bit quicker just so I can get in front of him. And now he's speeding up a little. Okay, 31.1 miles per, no, 31.1, I wish, 3.1, 31.1 would be like 2,100 miles of range. God, I wish. There's not even like electric scooters that get good of efficiency, that get that good of efficiency. I wonder what's the most efficient transportation thing in terms of energy per mile. Probably an electric scooter or an e-bike. I know like electric motorcycles can get like 10 miles a kilowatt hour, 10 to 12. What is my dream car? I feel like there's a couple different answers. If I had to say absolute dream car, That's a tough one. I know my affordable dream car would be a 3rd gen Viper or an Aston Martin V8 Vantage with the stick shift. But that would be my second car. My primary daily driver, I'd probably go Cybertruck or Rivian R1T or R2, one of those two. Just because I think they're really good balances of sportiness, range, and comfort and technology. Yeah, but as far as like an affordable dream sports car, I'd probably go 3rd gen Viper, just because the V10s are sick. Anyway, 85 miles left. Oops, there's a truck almost. I don't know why I said oops. How many miles does this thing with? Or percent, I'm sorry, 11. I guarantee that number's only going to go up. Yeah. It's calibrated at 100%, but I hope it doesn't pull an LFP on us and go 5%, 4%, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 off.
Stars.
Dodge Grand Caravan, the Speed. To further reiterate on your question about what's my dream car, I think absolute dream car, probably Lexus LFA. I just think I mean, they are like objectively like the best sounding vehicle of all time, but there's more to it than just that. Like I like the design of it. I like the fact that they only made what 500 or something, fairly limited. But those are way too much money. I wouldn't spend 700 grand on a Lexus. So. Or maybe not 700. Maybe like, well, I think that's actually what they're going for now. Jesus. I think they stickered at 460 back in 2012. Or was it 260? I can't remember. My brain's fried. Been thinking about these stupid electric vehicles too much. Even though I like EVs, I like all of the things with wheels. Anything with wheels is interesting. Except the Corolla. That's boring. I wonder what that was. A little roof. Everyone behind this semi-truck in the left lane's probably like, it's not my fault though, he's in the left lane, so he can, I don't have to speed up. I can go the speed I want as long as I'm not in the left lane. If you're in the left lane, you gotta pass whoever's next to you. You can't just sit there. He's passing, he's just taking his time. Gonna take what's Corolla Apex 2-liter manual. I mean, they don't sell that trim anymore, so I feel like it's not fair to compare it. GR Corolla, on the other hand, yes, I like the GR Corolla, even though it's a little, the back seats on those are kind of useless. But I'd drive one of those. The only problem with it is that they're not, like as a daily, they're not that efficient. I mean, they're all right, but they also take premium, so I don't want to have to pay for premium. That's why I drive a Model 3, is just because charging at home is convenient for a daily driver. This guy's about to lose his mobility scooter. It's like hanging on by a thread. That lady threw something out of her window. Littering.
Killer.
She's driving a Jeep Renegade, so that tells you something about her. Impact. Why would you name an RV that? It makes an impact on the fuel economy of your tow vehicle. RVs are honestly kind of a waste of money because they just don't last.
Never been in one.
I mean, we have an RV, but it's not in
I
good
always thought they
shape.
were just way too thin.
Well, they slide out. Like, the sides extend. But the problem is the slide outs break and they get stuck open or closed. And so then when they're stuck closed, you have even less space than you would if they just didn't exist. And also they're kind of flimsy, and they're like, the walls are wooden a lot of times, like wooden frame. So they just don't last a long time. Like, the average life of an RV is less than the average life of a car. Like, it's only like maybe they're cooked. At least modern RVs. Back when they actually used to make them decent, they would last a lot longer. But
I just never like understood the point.
yeah, I never understood the point of buying them. I understood the point of why they exist. Because it's nice to have like a mobile house with you.
Hotel.
But I mean, yeah, there's that. But also, like, sometimes there's not a hotel near where you want to go.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know.
Nowadays,
A campground.
there's a hotel like reasonably everywhere you want to go. Campground, you go buy tents.
Yeah, but like, particularly for people who like race motocross or something, they have to put their bikes in the back somewhere. So you have to have a trailer for that. And then at that point, you might as well just have an RV that has a cargo area in the back, like a toy hauler. Okay, this guy's going too slow.
Ugly Kia.
Brown interior.
Stay brown.
Hit those ramps over. Full airtime in the Bolt. The battery would puncture.
Can't blow up. On fire.
I mean, I've seen Teslas get in pretty bad crashes and they don't catch on fire, so. But then I've also seen the other part of that same
They
coin.
don't get a crash. They just set on fire. Oh, that guy's it's right there.
It's right
Literally
there.
right there on the map.
That's like saying, let's just go to Germany. It's right there.
Basically,
I wish they would bring the Concorde back, like a modern version. That way, like that's the closest thing we've gotten to teleporting for like an average person. You just like 3 hours later, you wake up on the other side of the world. And that's impressive. Why is this guy driving on the shoulder?
Does that person have a Minecraft McDonald's toy on their dash?
Why is this guy on the shoulder?
Yo!
Get off the shoulder!
He has to turn.
His blinker ain't on though. Where the?
It's a black man.
He had a decent gap to like ram it in there. I don't know why he didn't go for it.
We don't know what he's doing. It's the first time we've met him.
He's probably from like a foreign. He's from Egypt because that's what's playing on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Egypt versus Australia, I think, was it? Although, why would he be going this direction in an 02 Honda Odyssey
He rented it.
on Turo
Yeah.
for $20?
That might be the play. Find some absolutely clapped out car. Just rent it. $1 a day.
It doesn't even pay for depreciation on miles. You get like 4 miles of allotted per day.
Unlimited miles, $1 per day to rent it. It's just absolutely clapped out car.
It's a Nissan Altima.
Only
It's got a blown up transmission, so you have to drive it in reverse to go anywhere. It's like the forward gear doesn't work.
But it's only $365 a year.
$365. That's $366 a year sometimes.
Sometimes.
Price increase.
Just buy the car at that point.
You would like the car is not.
The car's worth less.
I wonder actually what's the lowest price you can set a listing for on Turo. Like actually, I wonder.
$1 for my Meliskia sold.
It wouldn't even cover insurance.
Doesn't need to cover anything.
It wouldn't even cover maintenance. You just impose like a preposterously low mile cap.
1 mile.
$1 a mile, like it's $1 to rent it, and you only get 50 miles, and then it's $5 a mile after. So if they go over, then you just give them a bill for $500 and just screw them over. I wonder how flexible they let you get. Like, I wonder how much they let you mess with that sort of thing. We still got 30% left, and we've went 150 miles, which is looking good? Question mark? I don't know. Because if it's 200, then you'd have 25% left, not 30. So we're gonna go more than 200, which is better, but Cybertruck, pink. Or no, wait, that's orange. Never mind.
Pink.
Well, it looked different. It was a far away. See, there's the closest thing I can compare the size of this to. Like it's similar. It's a little bigger. Trailblazer.
Yeah.
I had one of those on a rental. It was actually like not a rental to review, but like a rental to use, like from an airport. We had one of those and it was fine. There's no real issues with it. It was not fast though. It was kind of slow. I mean, it was a 3-cylinder, so I don't know what to expect. Not a lot of power. many hours is 160 minutes? 2 and
2.5.
what?
No, two
Two
hours
and a
40
half.
minutes. 2 hours. 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, 240. 2 hours. Did you say 3.5 hours?
I said 2.5.
Oh.
Wait, 2 hours and 40.
I'm gonna say 3.5 hours. There's no way.
Math ain't math now. Loose steering.
Huh?
Loose steering.
So we learned in the Equinox it goes yellow when you have 30 miles left. No, when you have 50 miles left, right? Or is it 30?
I think it's 30. Yeah, because then we thought it'd go red at 15, but it didn't.
It went red at like 5%. He just lost something off the street. I saw something like rolling down the road. It was like it looked like a cap for spray paint. Like a spray, or like a brake clean cap. How that Texas or Tennessee weather? Hot and sunny,
It's a
which are two things I don't like. I'd rather be
cool at 98 degrees.
a crisp, very chilly 98 Fahrenheit. That's like what, 38 Celsius?
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Somehow it's actually hotter in France right now.
Yeah, we have more humidity though. So.
Yeah, we have a lot more humidity.
Way
It's
more
like
humidity.
30% over there, and it's like 80 here. Maybe not 80, 65.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow when it rains like crazy.
Yeah, but it'll drop the temperature because it'll rain.
Not really.
Well, yeah, because it cools. That's how evaporative
Even
cooling
Texas
goes.
weather, 93 degrees while raining.
While raining.
Yes,
Jesus.
while raining.
So we need to head back towards Thingy. Kemp. Wait, is that where we just passed? Was Kemp?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to go there, and then this way, and then this way. GM sucks at making comfortable chairs. I actually think the Bright Drop seat might have been more comfortable.
The mini seat.
No, not that seat. I meant the driver's
I was
seat.
better on the mini seat. The mini seat had more cushion in it.
The jump seat's more comfortable than the bolt seats.
It's called the cuck chair.
Jeez. Oh, it's full.
Bull.
Yes. Full. Fully charged.
Very quiet.
Because there's not a lot of sound happening.
Yeah.
What note is that? Like a E? Is that a concert F? E sharp? Or that's not a E sharp's not a real thing. Is it? No.
I was gonna say G, but I'm gonna put it in the tuner.
You want me to honk the horn on the tuner?
Yeah, hold up.
There's a car next to me. I can't.
Wait, please, to go. Test it.
I actually don't know if it'll tune. Beep.
Might be an A. Most things are tuned to A. I think it is an A.
Okay. Alright. Let me get them. Alright. It didn't tune.
Didn't read it. Dang it.
Yeah, I'll see. It's like a G. It's a G or an A.
Those were my two guesses. So.
Is that in concert F?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
We can just do it.
Or would it be concert C? No. F is normal, right?
Yeah. Well, it'd be in the key of C. Well, no, it's just concert pitch.
Yeah, concert.
Let's go up now.
It's like a G. It's a really flat G.
I ain't got the ears for that.
It was like a really flat G. Was that a G?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like not quite. It's sharper than G flat, but
Why is
flatter
it
than
in,
G.
Why can't it be in tune?
Because they don't care.
They should just make it 440 hertz. Good.
Then it would be an A, wouldn't it? 440.
Yeah.
Music.
A ton of
Whoa.
press on all the buttons.
Scared me. I hate when people do that. Just wait like 2 seconds longer.
We are not gonna stop you. We're not slowing down.
Even if they're on the shoulder, like just wait.
You would get on the shoulder first anyways.
Stupid people. Or if it's really busy, but it's not that busy.
Should open the water now.
Yeah, you got-
water. Beautiful. Went all in my lap.
Explodes. Is this hot? It's warm-ish. The heat rejection on the tint's actually not too bad. 160 miles, still have 26% battery. I think my hypothesis about the bottom being
Bad.
fat. Scion XB.
Ew. Run it off the road.
It's on the other side of the.
Turn around and run it off the road.
I would, but can't. Ruin the range. No. Google Maps does that a lot. My Polestar did that. The Bright Drop did that. It seems like every car with built-in Google is pessimistic on the arrival, which is, I guess, if you're going to be pessimistic or optimistic, pessimistic is better. But just be accurate. It's not hard. You just have to tune it.
What was that ugly yellow car?
It looks like a Golf to me. It is.
Damn, hideous.
It is I think that's a 4th gen. I'm really good with Golf generations. Maybe it's a 3rd gen. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. I don't know my Volkswagen knowledge stuff very well. I'm not a German car type of guy. Is it weird that my dream vehicles are American, British, and Japanese?
Better than the other ones.
Well, not the British car. Those are unreliable as hell.
I meant American ones. Japanese
Yeah.
ones better. Those nasty German cars.
British vehicles are the least reliable, I think.
Ever made.
Well, that it's pretty on par with the Italians. The thing is, British companies are worse at making engines, but Italians are worse at doing the rest of the car.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they should join forces to make the worst car possible.
I'd say the French are actually far more reliable than the British in terms of car manufacturing.
Oh, we hate French.
I want my Renault Espace F1
Never seen a Renault here.
because they never sold Renaults here.
Did they not?
No,
Oh,
they never
I thought
sold
they
Renaults
might.
here. They sold Citroens and Peugeots. I don't know. Peugeot? I don't know how to say it. I think it's Peugeot. I don't know. They sold those Citroen and Peugeots here for a while. I don't think they ever sold Renaults though. And those are the only 3. Well, there's other French companies. There's, I think DS is French, maybe. What are you doing?
I don't know what this little thingy is.
An access to a bolt to take the door panel off?
Too hard to access it. Not to access.
Alright, we're almost at 20%.
20%. I'll do when we get around. Turn around. Henderson. That beautiful road quality.
Did we turn around at the second time at 40%?
Is that? I like over here last October?
No,
Oh yeah, it was at 40%.
and that was 40 miles ago,
Yeah.
ish.
We got another 40-ish miles. Yeah.
Stop buffering. Stupid.
Taking the microfiber cloth. Oxygen. I don't know.
No, oxygen's just idiot.
My bad. Dioxygen.
Alright, grab the phony.
Fione.
The phone. It's kind of weird. We like exactly 40% at the other turnaround and exactly 20% at this turnaround. Video. There we go. Ready? Alright, we're just about to turn around and do another small loop, not a full loop. We're at 21%, so basically exactly 20. So we'll do the 20% check-in while we do the turnaround. 166.6 miles exactly. Trip. There we go. 166 point thingy. 3 miles a kilowatt hour still. Actually decreased a little because we were going into the headwind a little bit. I want to target on this probably a 1% arrival because it's kind of pessimistic. There we go. 20% state of charge, 167 miles. 3 miles a kilowatt hour. Which is not what I would call good efficiency, but it's not bad considering how hot it is. Pessimistic on every Android automotive vehicle I've driven. Polestar 2, Bright Drop, Equinox EV, and this. They all say that you're going to get to a charger with less energy than you actually will, almost consistently, and it's almost like 5 to 6%. So if you have a Bolt and you want to get there with 10%, target that to say 5, and then get there with 10 most of the time. The only time that won't happen is if you drastically change your driving style, but you know, ease what it is. All right, back up to 70, click resume on the cruise control. 167.6 miles. We go to, coming up on this guy. Is it in the vehicle status menu? I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for energy info. There we go. 167.8. That's full power in the Bolt. It did drop power a little bit. That was only 150 kilowatt. And it was pulling 174. Anyway. Let's cruise back this way for probably 20 miles and then come back. Maybe, yeah, 20 miles. Alright, let's go. This guy's in my blind spot. Or actually not quite.
Not even a degree. It's just a it does not match up with the temperature.
Honestly, I feel like the car doesn't have an interior sensor.
It literally doesn't. It's just like 68 cold. I think.
That's cold. Let's just look on GM cars, 70 or 72. But to keep it consistent, I always run 68. Because I feel like 68's like a nice, comfortable temperature in the summer.
69 is nice. I think we should go 69.
Where'd that? I swear there was a car there.
Mystery
It
car.
disappeared. Okay.
That puppy said -5 when we turn around.
Negative. Well, if the car shuts off at 1, so I don't know. I think we go. Yeah. Oh, that was
Rocks.
windy as. There was like a tornado right there. What the hell was that? What is
something?
I don't know what that was. Scent flow state.
Nice.
There was like a tornado in the road. Oh, I see it back there. That's
fun.
interesting.
That's the one.
It freaking like.
Spirit of Illinois just come on us.
Don't drop it again. I think. Do we go one more? I don't think there is, but I don't think there is really one more between there and there.
Let me look.
I mean, there's little baby turnaround points. There's this gas station over there. We can do that probably.
Yeah, there's one after we cross the first part.
Cool. Go.
Maybe.
This is 2.
Cross sign.
I think we go to this gas station down there.
When we put gas and then we turn around. Give her some juice.
She's gonna be like, you can't make it.
I just need some more.
I think that's at one like right here.
Yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, I see the gas station sign. See that little flip around one? So flip around there. All right, ready? Go. All right, we're estimating we just went by it, but we're gonna go a little bit further up. There's a turnaround point, not this next one, but the next one after that, I think. Should have us, or actually, I think it is, we get in the left lane.
Just in case.
Yeah, that's the one that we just went by. There's 2. There's that one, and then there's a next one. We'll do the next one just to go a little bit further. Okay. All right, here we go. Turn around here. Regen. I'll have to use a lot of power to get up to speed here because look at the traffic that way. It's pretty dense, just like my brain. Out of battery range, it says. It says 0% on the nose. Yeah, I know, you don't have to tell me twice. I don't know why it does that. Foot to the floor, 150 kilowatts. Definitely down on power a little bit. Resume, there we go. All right, 25 miles to the charger. We've went 175.9 miles. 3 miles. Probably just hurt the efficiency flooring it there, but yeah. Now at 15%, you would think you'd be able to go further than 25 miles. That's why I feel like that's kind of dumb. Like this is, I don't know. We'll find out if we're wrong. We might just die on the side of the road and be screwed. Although, to be fair, I feel like the bottom 2% of the battery should not be used. I wouldn't trust it past that. We're about to dip below 30 miles, so we'll keep this rolling for a little bit extra long past that point. But yeah, we'll see. Update you guys at 10% how far we went. Okay. Now it says 1. I was right.
What up?
I'm not psycho.
What's that? 0.
It shuts off at 1%, then like that's technically 0 in practice.
We should just get there, slow the climate as hard as we can until it dies.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
I just want to see it die though.
Well, we could see how big the battery is.
Yeah.
Like to see like that Cybertruck that was wrapped black, but the trim piece, which are known to fly off, wasn't wrapped. It was definitely replaced. That's interesting. Get out of my way! Get out of my way. Charge vehicle soon.
No.
I didn't catch the message. Charge vehicle soon. 30 miles of range left at 14%. But we have 22 to go, and it doesn't think we can make it. Hypocrite car. Hypocrite. Even though this mileage is not good. So this is making my hands so cold. If we just close all the vents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put.
Then the air cooler
Well, actually,
down.
Well, we're not preconditioning, so it shouldn't be. If it is, then oops.
Oh, you close all the vents on the battery. It has nowhere else to go.
Just blows the dash apart because there's so much pressure. One miles, so we'll basically be at exactly 200 miles by the time we get there.
Yeah. It's not yet. It's 20 miles lower than
But I thought,
last.
yeah.
This car sucks.
I think I
Turns
don't
out
know why
it's
it's so inefficient.
It's just gonna be that AC running. It's just so hard.
Well, it's doing it to itself. It's self-inflicted.
Same thing with the Equinox.
Yeah, the Equinox like handicapped itself by blowing the AC at hurricane speeds inside the car. Is this live? Yes.
I sure hope it is.
Yes, this is live. Thank you very much. Albert Einstein. This is Elon
I
Musk.
don't think you can add pre-recorded videos to YouTube Live.
Well, but the thing is, I understand because when you're scrolling, it pops up YouTube Live, but then there's a button that says Watch Live at the bottom. That's white. That you have to click. Anyway, what happened to your tow rig? What tow rig? You mean like my recovery vehicle? I don't have one this time, so we're just raw dogging this one, I guess.
We're hoping and praying. Ew, what is that?
It's Kia Sportage.
That's so ugly.
Hey, I saw one guy on YouTube put Chick-fil-A sauce in the engine. It still ran fine. Chick-fil-A. Oh, my Model 3? I still have it. This is a rental. I still have my Model 3 and it still works fine.
And it can tow.
And it can tow more than this, which this can't tow at all. But then again, the Model 3 can't tow officially. What's weird is in Europe, it's a towable.
God, those guys. The entire family.
It's like a
10,000 watermelon.
Are you using Starlink? No. I'm using iPhone hotspot. because Starlink is expensive for only being able to use it once. And by once, I mean this is like the only time I would use it. Alright, we're about to hit 10%, so grab the phone. Alright, we're about at 10% battery. We're at 11%, 183.6 miles. Still averaging 3 miles a kilowatt hour. Honestly, kind of disappointed about the efficiency. Like, it's not that good. Like, it's fine. But, like, okay, so how much has went to climate? 8% has gone to climate. But that's self-inflicted, though. The car's doing it to itself. It's on auto. So I don't know why it's blowing so much air. You can probably hear it on the camera mic. It's like, let me do this. Yeah, so it's blowing a lot of air, and I'm not sure what the point of that is. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I think, I mean, 3 miles a kilowatt hour should get you. But I guess it's not a 70 kilowatt hour battery. It's less than that. It's like 68. So I guess that makes sense. But yeah. I think the range is fine for the price, though. It's pretty cheap. And I honestly think, I wouldn't call this worst case scenario, but it's not an ideal case scenario. Let's put it that way. Like, there's been some wind. There was a freaking tornado almost on the road back there. The live stream caught it. That was crazy. There's like a whirlwind on the highway. And it's hot. So there's some climate usage, obviously. I guess if you use less climate, whatever you save in climate will go into propelling the vehicle. We are at 10%, 185 miles. Let me go to this. Boop. 186 miles, 3 miles kilowatt hour at 10%. At least since it's LFP, you can use more of the battery on a day-to-day basis, but yeah. I mean, I guess the car is only rated at, what, 262? So, usually I feel like EVs in my range tests do about, or get about 40 to 50 miles short. And so, I think this one, once we extrapolate out, we might be close to 210. So, it's a right on par with kind of everything else. Yeah. 10%. There is no turtle mode though, so that's good. So it doesn't. Yeah, it's not in like reduced power. Although I think it is reduced power a little bit, because I had to floor it getting onto the highway back there, and it was only pulling 150 kilowatts, not 170. So it's derated a little. Not too badly though. Not terrible. I mean, for the cheapest EV, cheapest new EV you can buy, 210 miles of like pretty realistic highway range. Like if the weather was nicer, this would probably be your range at 75 to 80. But or it's looking like 210. Not quite sure yet. Anyway, 9% battery. We are how far away? 14 miles. So yeah, hopefully we can get there and not have too many problems. Ooh, a Maverick. It's like the same one that we rented, just the same color, same wheels. Anyway, besides the point, let's keep moving. So the Equinox seems to have like 60 miles more range. So that just depends on like. Then again, the Equinox is going to degrade quicker because it's not LFP. So I wonder after like 200,000 miles what the difference in the range will be between the two. I mean, we'll hit 200 miles basically exactly by the time we get there. But we won't have like any energy left. But I guess we did use 8% in climate. Cool the bottom of the top of the screen. I feel like, yeah.
0%. No.
Yeah, but 7% should, or 6 now, should go more than 11 miles. Oh, charge vehicle now. Reduced acceleration, low, 6%. Okay.
Record that.
I mean, this camera got it.
Oh, okay.
But so now I'm driving manually. It killed cruise.
Yay.
Well, I guess I was driving manually the whole time.
Turtle.
Yeah, there's a turtle on there. I feel like it's dropping off really fast at the end. Should we divert and go home? Or is it even any closer?
To your house?
Yeah. Not quite sure.
It's 5.7 miles to your house, so it's quite a bit closer.
Yeah.
Probably around your house.
How I feel. You should video this probably.
Now it's saying -1.
Yeah. Now it's at 4. Okay, let's go to the house.
Good.
Okay, so we seem to be cutting it kind of close. Or actually, it says we're not going to make it. So I'm going to have to cut to my house and end the range test short. We're at 191.9 miles at 4%. So I'm going to slow down a little. So I gotta get to, what am I trying to say? I'm gonna take it off, or actually I'm gonna leave it on auto. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for the energy menu, that's what I'm doing. Energy info. This. 63.8. Alright, I think it's safe to say that we're going to end the range test here. Let me see the phone. Oh, I turned it off. Okay, we're at 229 miles, 3 miles kilowatt hour, 3%. Turn the climate off. turn the heated seat off. So, yeah, we're really low on battery. It's dropping really fast towards the end. So, yeah, that's not great. If we die here, it's not the end of the world because this road's close. And I have the skid steer. I can put a generator on it, or I can get a generator. But, yeah, this is not how I wanted this to end. I think we bit off a little more than we can chew in this one. Yeah, so I would have liked to go to the supercharger, but I don't think we would have made it. that was like another, what, 3 miles further?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm gonna call that as our highway range number, 193.6 miles, which is not good. The efficiency on this is actually a lot worse than I was expecting. But then again, the wind is not great. I'm gonna set, oh wait, I can't set cruise because it turns it off. Yeah, this is not good. So, yeah, hopefully I can make it home, and then we'll charge at home, and then we'll end the range test there. This is not how I envisioned this going. So it can't even really do 200 miles at 3 miles a kilowatt hour, which is interesting. I thought the battery would have been bigger. Like, it seems like there's almost no, well, there is no buffer, but I thought it was like 68 kilowatt hours, but it seems like it's only like 66. So maybe GM's estimate of 65 kilowatt hours is pretty safe. Yeah, but we have climate off now. I'm just kind of cruising more gently because I do not want to run out because I don't have a tow vehicle set up. Yeah. So highway, I think if you wait until it stopped moving at 70, you could go just barely 200 miles at 3 miles a kilowatt hour. 2% now. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little more. If we get to the hill, we coast. If we get off the hill, or over the last hill. So, yeah, as long as we're in my driveway, it doesn't matter. Or in the parking lot across the street, that doesn't matter either. This is not good. Yeah. I think we're almost there. This is the hill up here, the last hill. Okay, I think we can. There's no wood knock on in here, so I shouldn't say it. Okay, 2%. This is the final hill. Alright, hold this. So, yeah, we're almost there. Alright, we've basically made it at this point. I can get in the driveway. 169.8 miles, 64.7 kilowatt hours. Should we turn climate on and then drain it out to see what the actual pack capacity is?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we made it back with 2%. I don't think we would have made it to the supercharger. That would have been close, considering speed and turn it off. So, at 2%. So, take this down.